Rufus, how dare you? To sneak up on me? Where are your manners? You've lost them, I see.
My flower. Beautiful like the night sky. Wrapped in darkness in a mysterious way. With a face like moonlight shining so mellow. Leaving his surroundings undeserving and hollow.
Oh, Rufus. Despite all these years, still creating kind phrases, charming my ears. What is it that leads you so near by my side? Are there no orders to follow? Is there no evil to fight?
There's a matter, an old one indeed. Can you remember this young human breed? We did once save them, so they swore an oath. To honor our wisdom, to invest it in growth. I sense they have failed us, because no one advanced, breaking the deal and erasing their chance. They didn't listen, betrayed our trust. Now we need to teach them and rot out their guts.
Yes, I remember. I hear what you say. If you balance your reasons, you might have a way. But don't you forget, there's someone to ask. The third to our party, to permit your task.
Seems like you got me smart as you are. Beside your approval, I will need this one favor. You know how he is, we don't always agree. But you have your ways to make people see. Please take our request and let it be heard. We will need his consent to commence our work.
Well, we'll see what I can do. I wouldn't consider this favor if it wasn't for you. Did you ever wonder why we're here? I mean, being so powerful and without any fear.
We are the gods, the true living ones. We are the lights, the shadows, the fathers and sons. We are love. We are hate. We are desire and fate. We are future and past, present at last. We can't forget, but we can forgive. We chose to support the creatures who live. In endless times, we regulate. We seed, we groom, we terminate.
Lava, welcome.
Barbarous, what a lovely home. Do you live by yourself? I mean, are you alone?
Well, yes. You know my field. With those dusty books, it's quite hard to appeal. How can I help you? I'm slightly surprised. I haven't seen you for ages until this sunrise.
Well, to be honest, I missed the times we shared. Remembered some moments I kept in my heart. It was long overdue to pay you a visit, to refresh them with new. My dear, how has life been treating you? What have you done to pass time? Anything new?
Well, not much, I guess. I studied, I wrote, played some chess.
Studied? So, are you still concerned with those humans? I'd be interested if there's any advance.
It's quite hard to say. There are various kinds. Some are fast, some tall, some have a strong mind. Their world is so different from the things I used to know. Some souls are so ruthless, and some are very pure. There's so much beauty and love and endless repeat. And then there's war and hunger and very much greed. A world full of hope and creative ideas, and at the same time full of pain and desperate tears. If they would just listen to their voices inside, they would see their true colors and stop with the fight.
Sounds promising. Those creatures seem very bizarre. Have you told Rufus what you've discovered so far?
As a fact, I haven't. But I like your idea. I mean, with all the effort he took, he'll be so keen to hear.
Well then, let me see where he can be found. I will set up a meeting on mutual ground.
My dear friend, what do you have to share? Since you spent so much time, you must be very aware.
There's definitely potential in some human lives. I guess not every one of them is willing to strive. But given some effort and maybe some time, they will be further. They're ready to shine. We shall not be hasty with our decision. We might take away their chances to complete the mission.
They had enough time. You're being too weak. Can't you see that your humans don't even intend to succeed?
How can you tell if they intend to or not? There's not enough proof to perform your plot.
Please, my sweethearts, would you calm down? We're here to discuss, to find common ground. Maybe we need to see for ourselves. Spend some time on this planet. Consider its wealth. How about we take 1 year from now on to observe the Earth and its interesting life form? Then we can finally decide whether or not they have to die.
Okay. Works for me. Just fine. What is 1 year in our lifetime? If you would excuse me, I have places to be.
I don't believe him. He's not to trust. His smiling gestures while he lies at us. He won't back down, push his will. Will follow through. He's set to kill.
What sort of sense comes from your mind? Did you even listen? He's been so kind.
Doesn't matter. I'll need a plan. We'll need to fight a world in my hand.
Why do you care if they die or not? You can raise new creatures. You're an almighty god.
And what about my son? Can't leave him to die. There must be a way he will rely.
What? There's a son? Did you not just live, but also sleep with those humans?
Let me explain. You will understand. I once met a girl. Took her by my hand. She was a beauty as anyone could see. Someday there was trouble, and then there was me. I had no choice. Needed to save her. Her lips and kisses like strawberry flavor. I struck down this man who threatened her life. Would give her a new one. Would make her my wife. It turned out so perfect. We shared wonderful years. We lived, we laughed. Shed 1 or 2 tears. Then we made a son. Created a soul. But when he was born, she had to go. From this grim day on, we were alone, and I was aware that it could never be known. I would keep it a secret, from beginning to end. He still thinks I'm human, of common descent. Will you be silent about my undivine truth? You need to be, please. There's too much to lose.
Why didn't you tell me? Where was your faith? I could have helped you. You know my ways.
Forget it. It doesn't matter now. I will look for myself and work something out. Victor, do you remember the times when you were younger? When we would search for forgotten goods we read about?
Yeah, I remember. That is how all this old junk ended up here.
Well, you could say that. Anyway, I need to tell you another very interesting story, which may lead us to a long-forgotten and very powerful item.
Seems like I'm not going anywhere.
This is the legend of the gods, who saved humankind and equipped them with a book of greater wisdom. It is written that a very long time ago, the greater gods subdivided the universe into smaller parts. And for every part, there were 3 gods chosen to care for it. They fight evil where it is too strong and support good where it is too weak. Besides, they are responsible for the state and progress of every living creature. For this part of the universe, the gods are Rufus, who represents strength and courage. Flava, who represents justice and truth. And the god Herberus, who represents logic and wisdom.
And what about him?
Listen, son. The following is very important. About 500 years ago, the Earth struggled with endless dark forces, and the gods had to decide whether to vanish the Earth, and with it the human race, or to grant them another chance. A chance to proceed, to advance, and to gain wisdom in order to become better creatures. They searched for a group of 3 human beings, according to their own example, who were the most equivalent to themselves. They gave them one task: to help the human race to develop and to lead them into a brighter future. In order to achieve this very complicated challenge, they received a very powerful book, which contains the wisdom and guidance for a fulfilled life. They had to swear an oath to honor their task, to protect the book, and to impart their knowledge to their descendants. In the event of them failing, they said the gods would come back and destroy humankind.
And have we failed?
Well, I can tell, but I would like to find this book. And you are going to help me with that. Victor, please go to the library and bring us another bottle of wine.
Okay.
What do you want here? My decision is made. Don't dare to convince, for that is too late.
Do you really think that you can endure? I do whatever it takes, that's for sure.
I know what you're up to, with your merciless scheme.
Funny. Maybe in your dreams.
You were a hunter to frighten, to kill. You may have the urge, but lost all of your will. Go on and see through the things that you start. Take away their lives and rip out their hearts. You spend too much time caring for worms. You know who you are. How can you live by those terms?
got the truth. More am I not supposed to give to you. But now, am I free? Despite the fact that I'm tied up while you're lying to me? No. I know what you want. You want to destroy all creatures and their sacred bond.
Fool! You don't know a thing! Look at those creatures not worth to be living. We kept them safe against all the odds. We are the ones. The true living gods. And what did they do? They wasted their chances, so stubborn and dumb. We need to end this. It needs to be done.
Rufus, I warn you. Hurting a brother is not in our way.
For now, you can choose if you leave us or stay. But be aware that whatever you decide, your actions are weighed. Every day and every night.